Riding with the Rabbi.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Riding with the Rabbi. My guest today is someone I'm sure you all know, probably because if you watch any national, international media outlet, or if you watch ESPN, or I don't know, if you read the Real Estate Times, you probably know I'm here with the one and only Mark Wilf. So my first question, Mark, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it. My question is, I mean, I look at my watch and my calendar, and my day only has 24 hours in it, but yours seems to have a lot more because of everything that you do. How do you do that? You're so many unbelievable causes and things, and how do you do it?
I'm not sure. I know I have a lot of great people supporting, so that always helps. Makes me look like I'm a lot more easy to handle all this than you'd think, but it's great support really makes a big difference.
So I read, I think it was just even today, you were in USA Today. I've seen you on NBC News, Fox News, things like that, spreading the love. And also we heard of you were honored last week by a federation, rightfully so, and your remarks there were really, really spot on. Tell us about your latest work, and in particular about your trip to Poland.
Well, you just have to watch the news around the clock and you see what's been going on, and I'm privileged to be chairing Jewish Federations in North America, so the reality is we've been on the ground there for years, and all those years we give the gifts year in and year out to federation or to community or to any organization. It's to have the infrastructure so that when there's a war, and we always say Jewish 911, and here it was. We went there, and I went with a group. We've had several groups. Over 100 people have gone now, national leadership, to just evaluate, assess. The needs are horrific and overwhelming, but we have an infrastructure to deal with it, raising money and taking care of people.
And I heard you ran into a bunch of rabbis there, is that true? Yes.
We had the New York Board of Rabbis was there. It was fabulous, and one shiur was better than the next. It was fantastic.
So I had, as you know, a couple of buddies of mine were on that trip, and they were also very moved by the work that's being done. And do you see? What's going to happen there?
Well, the political and military, who knows? I mean, certainly for the short term, it's going to continue. I do know the humanitarian piece is going to be with us for years, and that will not go away no matter how this resolves. And I think I've said it to anyone who's willing to listen, but the fact on Polish soil there was an Israeli flag on the ground at the border, an NGO in the tent city taking care of people. I mean, when you think for my parents, so many of our congregation, parents, grandparents, members who were in those parts, and to see today that happening, and that we can take care of not just the Jewish community, which is of course critical, but all the people in Ukraine that are suffering. So.
Your mother said to me, she said, look, you know what we went through. And she said, my son, he's in Poland, he's saving lives. People are refugees, and especially now, as we're on right before Pesach, and Erica Brown said this when she was here with us last week, that if anybody can't relate to what it means to be a refugee today, we see it every day in the news 24/7. I think it's extremely, extremely impactful, and I think the work that you're doing there and leading the way is just it's unbelievable. And did you ever think when you were took over JFNA, that you would first go through a pandemic, and then
the first week on the job was Pittsburgh. So then,
right.
And then you have all of that, and then COVID, and then the missiles last May, and now Ukraine. So this is the world we live in. Things are happening, and thank God we can respond. I mean, like you said, with my parents and others, we had no one looking after us. Nobody cared for us, and no influence, no Israeli army, no way to protect or defend. And now we can help and rescue others. I mean, it's just remarkable.
Wow. And so you're a successor, because I like the way you said you're in your fourth year of a 3-year term.
That's correct.
There's some, will not be mentioned, but certain political figures who go with those type of monikers, but we're not going to compare you by any means.
Yeah.
God forbid. So your successor, you're going to say, yeah, well, how bad can it be? Look what we had.
Exactly.
And somewhere along the line, you had time to hire a new general manager, a new coach.
Yes.
Team looks really, really exciting. I mean, how do you, people ask you, I'm sure, a lot, how do you divide your time? Like, how much time do you spend on this and that?
It's kind of like 4 rolls, and I do them a third each, and it adds up to more than 24 hours. But again, great support. I have a lot of, fortunately, not just family support, community support, and employees that can really do a lot of the lion's share of the work and help sort all that out. But we're excited. The players came back yesterday, and the off season begins. The new season begins, I should say.
What do they call them? Those workouts?
OTAs.
Right. Yes. So, and my understanding, you're like a regular job also, right? You have a...
Yes. Like I said, great support. I got family members, my brother, cousin, the kids. Everyone's pitching in and helping out. Partners. It's all good.
Wait, so are the boys in the business yet? Any of them?
Yes. 2 older ones are in the business, Stephen and Daniel, and Rachel heading to law school, and Andrew doing what he does best. He's studying and being Andrew.
So you should know that he's become a fixture in our house when we talk about Pesach, because it was, let's see, his bar mitzvah was 7 years ago, right? He just turned 20. So
yes.
It was last Shabbos. It was HaChodesh. It was 3 Torahs we took out read from, and his speech, and he was very emphatic when he said, when we pass over. So in our house, when they say Pesach, they do the Andrew Wilf pass over.
That's funny.
It's really good. Yeah, I've always been very, very fond of Andrew. And
don't forget the herring runs to Muncie. Those are we always, every time we have a piece of herring at Kiddush Club.
There we go.
You know, there's a Kiddush Club. I don't know if you're aware. But when it happens,
so he what's it like having the boys in the business now?
It's great. I mean, they're so engaged. They're just they're really participating. They're active, and they're great support for me. And it's a blessing. Not something I pushed. It's something that they're interested in and engaged in, and it's really great to be with family and business. It's
family
nice
business
bonus.
Can be tricky, I'm sure.
Yes.
But they're doing really well when their handicaps start to go up. They're both excellent golfers.
I can't comment. I can't comment on anything related to golf because they're far more expert than you and I. But that is true.
I just, my goal is to be good enough that I don't embarrass somebody. So I think I've.
I hear you're pretty good sticks. So I'm working on my game to be able to play with you.
Oh, okay. I mean, from what I hear about your game, it's very, there's no mulligans and there's no I'll take or gimmies. That's it. You got to hit every shot. So. But I like it's good to be a straight shooter through and through. So tell me now about sort of do you know what's next? I mean, as your term is ending, do we know what's next? I'm sure. I mean, it's not like you could just stop doing communal work. It's something that you're going to be doing.
Yeah, it's something that's so rewarding for me, and it's a real, like I said, a privilege to be able to participate in it. So I'm sure there'll be another role coming right around the corner. I think nothing public yet, but there are things I'm talking to some organizations about.
Oh, so we couldn't get a scoop there. Okay.
No scoop.
See, maybe if Jane were here, we'd get her. I'm a big fan of first of all, the relationship that the two of you have is really outstanding. The way you work in sync, and I mean, Jane is just an absolute powerhouse. Also, now chairing the 100th anniversary mission for Federation. I remember the last one, which coincided with your installation, which was great. I think back to that Friday night dinner that we had in Tachana Rishona in Jerusalem, and the ruach that was there was really just outstanding. And that was, so much of her work. And how did the two of you meet?
We met on a blind date, and Jane grew up a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I grew up a New York Giants fan, and somehow we still managed to have a wonderful life with the Minnesota Vikings. But you're right. I'm really inspired by Jane, and she's a great leader and a great friend to so many, and she's a great support to me and the kids and everybody. I'm very, very blessed. So can't wait to go to Israel next summer. Is it next summer? Yes, it is next summer. Yeah. So hopefully some people can join us in July, and the 100th anniversary of Metro West community. So.
And how did you come to Eitz Chaim?
Well, we moved to Livingston, and again,
there are a lot of synagogues here.
There are a lot of synagogues.
There's only one Eitz Chaim.
Yes, but so many of the people we grew up with, we know all the names. We all grew up, a lot of us in Hillside, Elizabeth, JAC community together. So we had a lot of close friends and people that we've been associated with for so many years. So a great Hamish place, and We've been blessed to be part of Eitz Chaim, and I will say this, this is a unsolicited plug here. The past 2 years especially, your leadership, your menschlichkeit has been so inspiring to me and to my family, I know to the whole community, but with all the personal mishigas you've had and things you went through, but especially in the depths of COVID, I mean, you really kept a great slice of the world together, one I'm very proud to be part of. So
I appreciate
thank
that.
you from me.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Look, it's we all learn on the job, I guess.
Well, you learned and you delivered.
Yeah.
You were ready for the moment.
Look, I learned how to use video. It's amazing how you find new ways to connect and to reach, and it's important because we live in a digital world also, and we have to. The Talmud says and the Torah says you have to reach people by Asher Husham, kind of where you have to reach people where they are.
Right.
And we have to
like they say on sports radio, first time, long time. I've been a long time follower, so it's a great show. It's great the way you connect with this, and
we could do like Mike and the Mad Dog. Or, there were different ways of saying it. People would just say first time caller, long time listener, or they would just say first and long, or they would say first time, long time. They're like, depending on, you could see different gradations of how much people really listen. So,
how's the new hockey star?
Thank God he's doing really well. This season ended, and we have already spring tryouts, and God willing, he will continue next year in the 8 and under team, and he loves it. But he's a big fan also. Last week in shul, he went up to every single man in shul, and he kind of tugged at the jacks and said, "Can you take me to the Ranger game on Sunday?" I promise you.
This is the year. I think we have a chance.
You know what? This is, and by the way, that's where I see Andrew. I see him in Madison Square Garden. He's great, and he knows every player. He knows every number. He knows to root for the Vikings, of course. He's
Brad Park retired, didn't he?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
He's in the red zone, so he gets this. And speaking about the shul, so we could actually we have a great announcement. So this year, we're in the middle of celebrating our 25th anniversary of the shul of Eitz Chaim, and you and Jane and your family, of course, instrumental in the success that we have had over that period of time. And folks, I'm pleased to say that God willing, I don't know what day it is, June 15th, our annual shul fundraising dinner, and we are honoring Jane and Mark Wilf for their contributions and everything that they mean to not only our shul, but really to the global Jewish community, because our shul, in a sense, is a microcosm of leadership in the global Jewish community, and we like to represent that, and I think we inspire others to take leadership roles and to act, and it's our chance, it's our opportunity to give Jane and you the recognition that you so deserve, the thanks, as we've been discussing the last couple of weeks, of Hakaras Hatov, of giving thanks, and we have to appreciate all the gifts that we have, and having you as part of our community and part of Israel and part of as I said, the global Jewish community is truly, truly a gift. I know when I speak to your mom, she's so unbelievably proud of you, and I never had the chance to really know your dad. I met him a few times, but I know that certainly what you call legacy projects and the honor that you give to your parents by just how you carry yourself each and every day, I think is something that we can all learn from. So I'm looking forward, and it will be a great celebration. Do you take a little time off, maybe Pesach, do you take a break a little bit, something?
I think Pesach will be a calmer period.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's good, because you deserve a break, so to relax, be with the family, and God willing, we'll all have a wonderful Chag, and God should just bless you with the energy and the strength and the wisdom to keep doing what you're doing, which is really, really something. And God willing, you know what? We're going to see a Super Bowl next year, and we're going to see great things.
Lashana Haba Phoenix.
Oh, it's Phoenix. Okay, good. Phoenix, nice. It's a dry heat. Are they indoors in that stadium, or is it outdoors?
It's both.
Oh, and you know what? It's probably the week right after the Waste Management Open. So that would be a great 2 weeks to be in Arizona. See,
there we go.
You go to that 17th hole, and then you go to the Super Bowl, watch them. Oh, that's great. You know what? Things are really, really looking up, and we've become, in our house, we've become actually kind of like Meshuggah fans. I'm on all these fan groups, You know, Facebook, there's a lot of these fan groups.
Yes.
You shouldn't read them.
No.
Because you don't read the comments.
First, I got to become a subscriber to Facebook. Okay.
That's also, yeah, you're not missing much. But, you know, for my kids make fun of me, that's for old people Facebook. But you read a lot about what the fans are thinking and you know, the excitement that's building around the team, and thank God the excitement in the Jewish world for everything that you're doing. So it's just great. So I want to thank you so much for taking time. I want to wish you and your family a Chag Kosher V'Sameach, a happy kosher Pesach, and like I said, just keep doing the great work, and thank you for everything you've done. So you said that, you know, you turn on any international outlet, we'll see you, though. You will just now picked up at least 10 or 12 more people will see you from watching this.
Well, Rabbi, Chag Sameach to you, and keep up what you do. It's really, I'm just honored to be part of what a great shul and community we have, and all the great people. So Chag Sameach to you and everybody.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great Pesach. We'll see you soon on Running with the Rabbi.